What's up, Western? This is Adam Craig for Living Well at Western, and today we're going to be doing some postural strengthening exercises. So in a nutshell, posture is basically being in the correct alignment. So due to the nature of our job, we're spending a lot of hours at our workstations kind of in a seated position. And if your workstation isn't set up correctly, over time this is going to lead to a lot of repetitive strain injuries. We might also experience pain in our knees and our hips and our lower back. Again, if the workstation isn't set up, you might find that your wrists aren't at the correct angle and you're having problems with things like carpal tunnel syndrome. So I'd strongly advise that you get in contact with our ergonomic specialist. He'd be more than happy to come out to kind of assess your workstation and make sure that it's set up just for you. Okay, so the first exercise that we're going to be doing is neck retraction and extension. So I'm just going to turn sideways here. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to place 2 fingers on your chin and you're going to retract the neck by pulling it back. So it's good, the more double chins you can create, the better. And then we're going to extend our neck back to the point where it still touches our fingers. And the more that we can isolate this muscle, so again, you've got your cervical spine, you've got your thoracic and your lumbar, really we want to just be focused on the cervical area. So again, if you can try to prevent your shoulders from kind of leaning forward or your upper body from bending, you're really going to hit the targeted muscle group. So the next exercise that we're going to be doing is called scapular retraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our forearms parallel to the ground, arms out to the sides, elbows at 90, and we're going to bring our elbows back as far as possible. So bringing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest, and we're going to hold that isometric contraction for 10 to 15 seconds. Again, we don't want to hold our breath, so make sure that you maintain regular breathing. And at the end of it, we're just going to drop our arms and relax. Now we can repeat this again 2 to 3 times, or if it's an area that you feel is a little bit weaker, you can spend more time on it. Okay, so the next exercise that we're going to be doing looks quite simple, but it's actually quite challenging. So we're going to lean against a wall, and again, this isn't a wall sit, so we don't need to really have our knees bent or flexed very much. But we want to make sure that our butt, our back, our shoulder blades, our forearms, our hands are all in contact with the wall. So this is the W position, and then we're going to extend our arms up overhead, making sure that everything stays in contact with the wall until we're in this Y position. Then we're going to drop our elbows back down, so pinching the shoulder blades together and back up. So really trying to work on the range of motion, again keeping everything in contact. So, and in terms of repetitions, again 8 to 12 is a great place. If you're just new to this, you might need to start with fewer repetitions. So you should never feel any pain when you're doing an exercise. That's your body's way of telling you to stop. And as always, make sure that you're maintaining your breathing. For the next set of exercises, we're going to require a golfer's grip. So we're going to have the fingers flexed, we're going to have the thumbs extended, and we're going to have the arms out to the side. And when we do this, we want to make sure that we bring the arms back as far as possible, pinching together the shoulder blades. And this exercise is really building endurance in some of those rotator cuff muscles. So we're going to start by doing forward circles. Keep the circles nice and tight, and we're looking at anywhere from 20 to 50 of these, building up our endurance over time. Next, we're going to rotate so that our palms are up and our thumbs are back. And as you can see, this is something that I need to work on. The flexibility isn't quite there, but it has gotten better over time. And now we're going to go in a backwards direction, keeping the shoulder blades nice and pinched. Okay, so using that same grip, I'm going to have my knuckles by my temples, and I'm going to flare my elbows out to the sides. I'm going to bring my elbows in together as far as possible, or extending out to the side. Okay, so this next exercise is for strengthening the lower back. I'm going to extend one arm up overhead, making sure that that arm stays close to the ear. At the same time, I'm going to extend the opposite leg back. And I want to initiate the movement at the hip, so we don't have any bend in the knee. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this heel back a couple inches, contracting the lower back. Because this is a strengthening exercise and not a balance exercise, it's a good idea to hold on to something as you do this. So on the opposite side here, arm up overhead, heel comes back a couple inches, contracting the lower back. And we're going to do this static hold for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds before switching to the other side.